Block Suits is dead. It could not be more obvious, and I think at this point the whole Roblox world has caught on. It's just not meta anymore, and there is a couple reasons for that. And the first is quite simple. Grow a garden. I mean, just look at it. Imagine reaching 24 million players and not even being that high effort of a game. What that does for a community like Roblox is maddening. I know everybody likes Grow a Garden, and so do I. I've shifted towards it as well. But the thing is, there are many reasons why BloxSwitch is failing, and I'm going to tell you everything about that. And Grow a Garden is playing a major role in that. So BloxSwitch was not even updating their game, and whenever they did, it was always 1 to 2 years later. And obviously the small updates were like a couple months here and there. But Grow a Garden came out with weekly updates that were actually weekly as well. Even if they were good or not, they would still get backlash for it, but at least they're consistent with their updates. That just adds up so much content every week for YouTubers and for players to play as well. You cannot complete a single update in a week, and that's why they have 2 parts of a single update and they push it out weekly. And that gives enough time for a person to enjoy that update, and that is probably one of the main reasons why it is actually doing so good. It is consistent, it is fun to play, the trading is a little off in that game, it is a little too risky, and the developers are also really nice. Unlike BloxSwitch, they do crazy admin events, something that BloxSwitch does not. They update weekly, something that BloxSwitch clearly could never. I mean, I think they hired a new team just for the bulletins, which also are pretty boring, not gonna lie. But all of these add up and play a major role in why BloxSwitch is dying and why it has so many less players right now. And honestly, let's just stop that. Let's stop blaming Grow a Garden. And I think the second reason is that amount of delays, because honestly, they have been delaying these updates for like, I think the first update was delayed as well. I think the launch was delayed too. That's how much they are famous for delaying their stuff. It's more famous than their game. You say BloxSwitch, they're gonna be like, oh, you're delaying on me now. You go up to a date and be like, oh, BloxSwitch, and they're like, oh shit, you're late now. But that was really funny. But they even made tweets about so much good map reworks like around 2022, and it's 2025. I still don't see those map reworks. They looked so good. I'm pretty sure it was like C2 or something. They look so good, and I think one of the biggest example is the Dragon update. They leaked that when Kitsune came out, okay? And then release the Dragon update 1.5 years later. And the Dragon itself is not even the best pet right now. Let's just go for the best one right now. Let me show you. It is not even worth the 5k Robux people spend on it. And not only that, just look at these M1s. Now they are so outdated. They just use it because they are not that good with PvP. But let me just show you. These M1s do decent damage with like 600 mastery. But the thing is, this pet is really mid for grinding. It's above decent for PvP. I would say it's at top 5 at least. And that's the only thing that it offers. Every single pet that they rework, they're gonna make it expensive, and we're gonna have to spend something more just to get it. And right now they are reworking Rumble and Pain. Rumble, for what reason? Pain, okay, I understand, it's a really trash fruit, but Rumble, I don't even have any moves. But trust me, this is a really good fruit for PvP as well, and I don't think they need to be focusing on grinding right now because everybody is max level by now. You know what they should actually focus on? They should actually focus on getting the updates out of time. Second, they should focus on getting quality updates rather than just bullshit. If they actually look at these suggestions and follow all of these suggestions, then they would actually get really good feedback, and the game would not be dying like it is right now. Barely doing 250k a day, and which before it used to do 600 to 700k a day, and during updates it was probably at 2 to 3 million. But now look at Grow a Garden. It is averaging 1.1 to 2 million players a day. I've even seen it at 3 million for no reason at all. And at updates it is at least 20 million players right now, and the highest is 25 million, as we all know it. But that is the difference between Grow a Garden and BloxSwitch. Grow a Garden is gonna be at 20 million players at least a week, maybe even multiple times. And as I said, delaying the updates, the Dragon update is one of the biggest examples since most people remember it, but the map reworks is also a really big one since there has been no map reworks in C2. Now the third reason, as I said, is the hackers. The amount of hackers on this game is maddening. Honestly, I think if you join a public server right now, there's gonna be at least 2 to 3 hackers, and I've seen some servers, they are filled with hackers. There's not a single alive person, and sometimes I'm thinking I'm the hacker too. Like, how could I queue up in a lobby filled with hackers, just hacking on Tiki, hacking everywhere, and then they later sell that leveled up account for $2. Imagine being down bad, ruining the community, ruining PvP, ruining every single grinding aspect, and then you sell that shit for $2. I know for a fact it takes at least 2 days, even with hacks, to level up a single account. If you're doing 4 accounts at a time, after 2 days you're gonna get like $8. How is that even worth it? Just get a job, you'll make 20 in an hour. Hackers have really ruined the community, and I don't think grinding really affects us that much. Like, okay, go ahead, grind, sell that account for $2. But when they do the PvP hacking, they'll literally just attach to you and hit you so many times it's not even worth it. They'll hit you with M1s, not even combos, not even moves, nothing. They'll just go ahead and start M1ing you, and boom, you're dead. That's why I really hate hackers, and I wouldn't suggest you guys to hack unless you want to get your account hacked or banned. And the number fourth and last reason is the mid updates that they're doing. Now, do not get me wrong, the updates are mid, yeah, but they're not as good as they advertise it every single time. Take the Dragon update, for example. People grow apart from it like after 2 weeks. Even the Gravity update, it had decent content in it, I'm not gonna lie, but it died too. And also, Gravity probably is better than Dragon. All the visual effects and everything, the VFX, they did a better job at Gravity than they did with the Dragon. And they pushed out the Gravity update in like 2 to 3 months. Maybe a bit more, I'm lying. But still, the Gravity update was better. And why did it not take 1.5 years? That's the main question I had. All of the sea events, they're gone. Like, nobody does that anymore. Speaking of sea events, I should actually go ahead and spin for a food right now. Wait, where am I going? Honestly, it has been a month since I've done something on here. Ooh, flame. Alright, not sure if I can even store that. Yeah, I can't. But still, nobody even does events anymore. They're literally underrated because everybody is done with them. And I think we should be done with BLOX as well. We should actually leave. We should all do like boycott of BLOX and just leave the game for a day or something. Maybe they'll lock in and just release the update tomorrow. What if they actually release it tomorrow with Grow Garden update? Yeah, that's just gonna be bad for them. Everybody's gonna be playing Grow Garden, so that's not even worth it. But yeah, all of these reasons play a sole role in why BLOX is actually dying and what they need to prefer. And what they need to continue doing is just watch my whole video first, see all of the key points that I said, work on them, and that is the best advice somebody can even give you. If you fix all of that, if you do all that, your game is gonna be above Grow Garden. Obviously, these updates are really good, and imagine if they put it out weekly. That way, it will be so OP. Bro, weekly. Remember chromatic? Where are the chromatics at? They were gonna be updating that weekly. They don't even gonna make that. Just hire like a VFX something guy and tell him to make the skins, and boom, just put them out weekly. How is that so difficult? I know people who can make it in a day. They can make every single VFX, every single skin, everything in a day. Reach me out, BLOX. I'll hook you guys up. But yeah, if BLOX actually locks in, I think it has the potential of actually surpassing Grow Garden's current player, the active player base, not the 24 million player count. That is kind of impossible for BLOX right now. Who knows? Maybe they can lock in and actually still deliver, but that's highly unlikely. And honestly, if BLOX can bring back that Prime update, that Prime BLOX days, those PvP days, everything, then Grow Garden is actually cooked. It does not matter how many weekly updates you do. It does not matter any new game that launches. BLOX can actually surpass all of them and actually make the best game on Roblox, which it was for quite some long time. But I think the game dying is probably one of the main steps towards the revolutionary comeback that they probably will not make. But let's just hope for a second, alright? And if they actually make that comeback, it would be better than the Fortnite OG season comeback. Even though that too failed after like a week or something. No, not a week, a month or something. But still, if they can manage to do that, then they are destined to at least get an ear more of all of the fan base, everything. But I think it's not for BLOX because the guy is making more Robux, more money than he would be even with updating. He's not gonna be making more stuff. He is not gonna be making more Robux even if he updates. The only thing he will lose is all of the Robux that he spends, all of the cash that he spends towards the production and everything. So I think he's choosing not to do that and just stick with the price that he's getting right now. I mean, kind of dumb when you think about it. Your game is not even growing. But yeah, if BLOX locks in, every single other game is dead. Grow Garden might just make it out live. No other game, no other Stealer, Brainrot, no other Build a Haven shit. Nothing's gonna matter. It is just gonna be BLOX and the end of the world. Okay, that was a little intense. Also, if you guys have not joined my Discord server, make sure to join it right now. I'm trying to get to 1K members. It's been quite a journey, bro. Nobody's joining, and you guys should hit that sub button. Come on, like, please. It's not even that hard. Just hit that sub button. Just like I slammed this tree right here. If you guys can do that with full force, do it with your mom's device, with your dad's, every single device you have at home, and just subscribe. Get me to 5K subscribers before the end of this year. Anyway, see you guys in the next video.